I mean, it's unbelievable. Massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
If that said no in any kind of unison to these prats in the government, in the communist government, we'd see actually all along has had no power. So what they do is they divide and rule the population, they intimidate the population, because they have to divide and rule.
Divide and conquer.
Otherwise, any form of unity, and it's over.
Yeah. Wow.
This is why you've got BLM, funded by the billionaires, funded by the cult. They live without enough. They live without enough. They live without enough. You cannot physically control 8 billion people. You can't physically control 330 million plus all those we don't know about in America, because there's not enough of you. So you have to control their perception, which dictates their behavior to suit your agenda.
Populate them.
Climate hoax by people in the woke mentality who are utterly clueless about the world and the forces directing the world, to the point where they are demanding changes in society justified by what they claim are environmental requirements, needs. He is the asses. He is the asses. He is the asses. And they also perceive themselves to be anti-system and fighting the system to get justice for the planet, when what they're demanding is everything that this cult wants. This is why you've got Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum and Bill Gates, who've been pushing the COVID hoax. At the same time, they have produced books saying we need to use the COVID hoax, in my words. They want to get all weird. They want to get all weird. They want to get all weird.
That's
Different,
so crazy.
Masks again on the same face, which is why the same characters are pushing both. Because if you look at the solutions to these apparent claimed problems, they're all the same. There's centralization of power and control of the fine detail of people's lives. Because so now they're more and more talking about the fact that we need climate lockdowns.
Yeah.
Right? So they're fundamentally connected. If you say to most people, what would you like to do with your life? And they'll tell you, and you say, well, why aren't you doing it? They'll say overwhelmingly, because they don't have the money. Now we're seeing and these secret societies are fiercely compartmentalized, as is the global cult in totality. Yes, the last. Yes, the last. Yes, the last. And as you come out from the spider, where it's all coming from, where the global agenda is coming from, you meet the secret societies. We do know the Knights of Malta, the Knights Templar, the Opus Dei, and the inner core of the Jesuit order, Skull and Bone Society in America, and stuff like that. They're all in it. They're all in it. They're all in it. The secret society level meets the scene, which is the world that we live in and we see on the news. In a massive way, where the whole global warming hoax and climate change hoax came from. World War. And of course, they have a massive interest and influence in finance.
But then you have these multi-trillion-dollar investment operations like BlackRock and Vanguard and Islam. Of course, the money is a bonus. And what is money? It's a vehicle of control. So if you look at what's happened in the world, the finances of the world have been funneled and concentrated within the past. What they call 15-minute cities. And these will be communities within cities, within towns, where you can only drive out of them so many times a month. Those cameras are being put up all over London, not just for you, Les, but it's the progression towards these 15-minute cities. So you go past one of them when you shouldn't, and under the digital currency, the fine will be taken out of your bank account as you cross almost. See this enemy. It's like Klaus Schwab has said at the World Economic Forum, this Bond villain guy who should be in jail, that you will own nothing but be happy. You want to feel with the dead. You want to feel with the dead. You want to feel with the dead.